Disclaimer, this video is for education purposes only. Nintendo, please do not take down this video. You guys are the best company in the world.
Hey everybody, Noivern here. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to homebrew a Nintendo 3DS on the newest software version. So yeah, let's just start off with some backstory. I have had experience homebrewing systems, like, for example, I have homebrewed this guy. He was a Japanese 3DS, region changed him. Same thing with this, also Japanese 3DS, both nice systems. I've homebrewed this guy, which is more difficult to see, but a 2DS. And then I've homebrewed two other 2DSs for friends. But all of those were on the past software version, not the newest one. So this is also going to be a little bit more of a learning experience for me, so let's get into it. Okay, so for our first step, we're going to be going to 3ds.hacks.guide. This is the best guide to go to homebrew a 3DS, and for any other console, you just put the console.hacks.guide, but yeah. We're going to be going through here. If, of course, you don't understand any part of this video, I would highly recommend going to the official homebrew Discord or 3dshacks.guide for extra help, which I will link in the video description. But without that, let's get started. Okay, so first of all, we need, if your console, firmware, okay, we are most of this, but to start off, we need D-card location. Okay, so first thing it basically says we gotta do is go and format our SD card. I will be back when I do that. Okay, I've not formatted my SD card yet, but we're just checking what it says. So this right here is a step that you can always do. It is the checking for custom firmware step. I've already checked, but if you don't know how to check, like if you've bought this 3DS or just 3DS family system used, you can always power off it and hold down select, and when you boot it up. And yeah, I will show you guys what that actually looks like, the difference between booting up a non-homebrewed and a homebrewed system. Okay, we're here. This is the, of course, non-homebrewed ones. Hold down select, and as we hold it on, we're going to power it off. As you can see, when I hold down select and boot it up, you can see as nothing happens, of course. So yeah, we just got to hold it down. Sorry if it takes a couple seconds, but it's a little bit slow, but yeah, you see how it just boots up into the home menu. Now I'll show you what it looks like on a, of course, non-homebrewed 3DS. Okay, right here we've got this glorious red 3DS. This one is homebrewed, so you can see I'm still holding down select. I get this screen. Now this screen will appear. This is the Luma config screen. This means your device has been homebrewed, and yeah, basically that's what it's telling you to look out for. So yeah, check that before you homebrew it. If it already has that, it's homebrewed. If it doesn't, then you're good to continue on with this guide. Okay, now that you guys have seen what the difference between a homebrewed and non-homebrewed one looks, we've got to launch the system settings on your system and make sure that it's on. Launch your system, check version check. And then, yeah, basically you guys select. So, yeah, there's the difference between new consoles. So, yeah, let's go and launch our version check right now. Okay, we're here on, sorry if, the screen looks wacky. This is my actual recording setup for Cresselia Shiny Hunting. I just removed, the counter and everything from it. So, yeah, it looks like this. But, yeah, let's check what our system version is. And, of course, I'm using the original model 3DS. So I'm going to select old. Then after that, we're going to go in here. You've got to make sure you read all the numbers. Like right here, you can see down here, it's a little bit difficult to see just because of my glare that I've got. Here, let me go turn on the lights. Okay, now that it can actually focus, see right there, it says 11.17050U. So now I'm going to go back to the 3ds.hacks.guide. And you can see right now, it's basically got that typed in, but I just got to swap this to U. And then we're going to press confirm. It's going to check and see if there's any method. Okay, there is a method to modify my 3DS. Now, before we get into that, I have got to go and format my SD card. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I do that. Okay, so next we're going to go to this website for formatting our SD card. I will, of course, include it in the link in the description. First, we got to choose our operating system. Now, there's Windows, Linux, or Macs. I use Windows, so I'm going to select this. It may be different. Depends, though. 64 gigabytes or larger, what you need. SD formatter and Okay, so we got to download both these, so let's go and click on them. So yeah, like I said, process may be different for people who are using any other stuff, but I'm using this, so let's see. Sorry. Okay, where do I go to download it? Sorry. I accept. Okay, SD card format. Of course, this is the official SD card association. I probably did not pronounce that right. But yeah, this is, I guess, where we're going to go to get our SD card formatted. So we got to download that, and we got to download the zip file. Once this is, of course, done downloading, let's see. Okay, it is downloaded. Now we can close this tab. Oops. I accidentally closed down the website. I'll be right back with you guys once I get the website. Sorry about that. I had to turn off my computer because it was being too slow. But now that we're back, we can go into downloads. We drag it over here. Now we got downloads. We got to go into SD formatter. SD formatter. This is SD card format. But what? Let's see. What does it say? Let's double check what it says. If the SD card has any files on it, copy everything to a folder on your computer. That is because they will get deleted. Anyway, run the SD card formatter setup in administrator privileges. Then install the program. Okay. So next up, we'll go into here and we'll click on Run as Administrator. Okay. Then we just gotta wait. Now this, of course, do you want this unknown publisher? Yes. Okay, so it's preparing to install the SD card formatter. Now this, of course, step is completely optional. Like I said, it's only if you want to have a bigger SD card. Okay. Yes. Okay, now that we finish. Okay, so now we should have the program launched. So let's see what this says. Run SD card formatter from start menu. Select your SD card drive and select card. Let's double check that's what my SD card is called. So if you get on here, USB drive, D, and then like a smiley face. What does that say? Okay, yeah, that's the right one. Then let's quickly put this over here and read what it says. And then select card. Okay. Ensure quick format is selected. It is. Click OK. Wait for format to finish. So, click OK. I don't see that. Format. Yes, we are final for erasing all data on that card. Okay. Click format. Click OK. Wait for format to finish. Okay, there we go. Close the SD formatter. Run the other file that we downloaded. So let's go back into our downloads and we'll find this one. Now what does it say about it? Just run it. Okay, then we can select your SD card's drive. Okay, so let's run it. Okay. Yep. Okay, then let's see what the website has to say. And select your card's SD card, choose 32768. So it says that. Sure, quick format is selected. Okay. So we'll press start. Yes, I'm fine with that. And now it's FAT32. Okay, so then we'll click. Wait, no, we'll push cancel. It should be working. Click start. Okay, then working on it. Okay, so we click start, we click OK, wait for format, click close. Okay, so now that we're done with that, now we can close this, and we can go into our files and let's ensure that this is actually set to FAT32. So I like to test if it's set to proper format is. Let me quickly go into downloads and pull it out of my computer. Okay. Let's quickly move this out of download since this is not relative to the current video. So yeah, let's start off right here. So next, let's go and remove our SD. Now, yet again, like I said earlier, how I like to test if an SD card is working is I like to actually boot it up on my 3DS. So let's go over to the 3DS scene. So let me just get my 3DS set up. Sorry about that if this takes a while. 3DS, okay. So it's much darker this time, but anyway, I'm going to go here on the console. I'm going to open up its side, and we're going to, if you already owned an SD card like I did, we're going to take the old SD card out, this 2 gigabytes, place it with this 64 gigabyte. I know you can't see the text, but it is 64 gigs. Okay. Tilt it down, and we turn it on. So as the 3DS is turning on, gotta give it a couple seconds. Sometimes 3DSs will be very slow. But yeah, once we've ensured that our SD card is working, then we can go and yeah. So basically how I know that the SD card is working is I go into settings, I go to change theme, and basically it'll tell you like if you creating theme management info on the SD card. And it allowed me to do that. So now I can go to basic blue, and that's how we know our SD card's working. Feel free to turn the system off. Okay, now that we're in there, we can go, just to clear out space, we can go and delete these files. Okay. Sorry if there's so much stuff on here. I was trying to set these on the PlayStation for some Star Wars thing. Let me just go and move them to a folder. Okay, I'm so sorry if this is like so much stuff. I know. It's so much stuff. Let me just move it up. Okay, there we go. That's better, much better looking. Now we can return to 3ds.hacks.guide. Okay, so yet again it says choose our operating system. So I'm going to, of course, choose Windows. It may change depending on your thing. So for Ask Nintendo Homebrew, I know that. Compatibility notes. You need the latest version of 3.x Python. So let's go and install this. Okay, then we'll go into release.zip. We're going to download it. We're going to close this. Python. Let's go to download ourselves Python. So yeah, this method does actually require Python. I know it may sound like a little bit more of a scary method to use, like when you hear like Python or C++ for a lot of these hacking things, but it's not that difficult if long if you follow the steps. And like I said earlier in the video, if you run into any problems, of course, I'd recommend going onto this guide, which will be linked, or the Nintendo Homebrew Discord. But next up, instructions, prep work. Section, you will pair the SD card for power on your console, open MeMaker, and wait for the Welcome to MeMaker screen, then exit MeMaker. So this will basically, essentially just create the necessary data on your SD card. So let's switch over to our 3DS. Let's turn it on and boot up the MeMaker and see how well it does with our thing. So yeah, we've just got to wait till it gets to the Welcome to MeMaker screen, then exit it. Wait. So it should end up saying like Welcome to MeMaker. Okay. Welcome to MeMaker. Wait, did it say well? Oh yeah, so if there's a me on here, I bought this thing pre-owned. Okay, so let's just double check. Let's make sure it says Welcome to MeMaker when we do it. Did not say that, but let's see. Make sure it's wait. Okay, yeah, I did. Also, let me just quickly swap over to this other side of things. If it does show you this on your bottom screen, that means that the data has also been created, which is what I saw. So we are good now. So we can now close that, and we can go over here. Okay. Our next step, if you reach the normal, okay, power off your console. Insert your SD card into your computer. So let's go exit our SD card and let's go take it over to our PC's SD card reader. Of course, just to let you know, since I also had to do this, most computers don't actually have an SD card reader, so you're probably going to have to go buy one, which is not fun. They're like 20 bucks a piece. I had to go do that just for this video, but I'm glad I have it. Before, I used to use a really bad quality laptop that couldn't record or anything, so I bought it for this video. Anyway, your SD card, and copy everything from release.zip to the root of your SD card, overwriting any existing files. Okay. So, release.zip, we gotta extract it. Yet again, we're just gonna extract it to downloads to keep it easy. And then, you see everything in here? Wait, does it say everything, like including like the error message? Wait, sorry. Instructions text. Copy everything. Okay, yeah. Everything, it says. So yeah, let's go into here. Everything. It said everything. Anyway, we go onto here. And we copy. Okay. That was easy. Anyway, let's check right here. Okay. So then we're gonna find the MSET9 script. So let's go into files and let's find that. It should be .bat. MS Windows batch file. Wait, sorry. Let me just double check since I'm new to this one. Windows batch file, yeah. So it should say like Windows batch file right here. So how do we want to run it? It just says double click on that. So yeah, let's go do that. And let's see what it says. Okay, type the number corresponding to your console. Type the number corresponding to your console model and version. Okay, so sorry. Let's see what this says. Enter 1 for old 3DS. 11.17, but what I think, okay, yeah. So we're going to type in 1. So, 1. Okay. Okay, wait, type number corresponding to console. Change to this. It did not. Okay, so it closed. So let's try this again. Press any key to continue. But it just does this. Okay. So I'm going to see what my problem is. Try this again. So press any key to continue. So I'm going to press 1, of course. And for me, it just crashes. So let's double check this. Yes, it does. Okay, so wait. So what does it tell us to do? So everything, run, double click. Yeah. Okay. Double click. Yeah, for Windows, we gotta click on that one. Sorry, I'm just double checking. Okay, it was still not working, so I'm going to double check what to do with this one. Okay, I'm going to go see what my problem is with it, and I'll be right back once I look into this. Okay, I'm back. I'm not going to help you, but I just realized I haven't actually installed it. I honestly think I was I did not actually install it, so that's my fault. That is purely my fault. Anyway, let's just, I guess, wait for this thing to install. And yeah, we'll wait. Python for Windows, which I'm probably, if we're being honest, never going to use again after this. So yeah. New to Python. No. Okay, so yeah. Close. Okay, so now we should be fine to go into our SD card and actually run it. Okay. So let's go run it. Okay, type 1 for old 3DS. Okay, so I'm going to do 1. Input these numbers. 1 performs. Input one of these numbers. Okay, so let's see what the guide says. First, after we do that, Windows should change to this. The correct console model and version is displayed. Type 1 and press enter to ensure your console is prepared. If you see it, press enter to close. Okay, so R1, it says type 1, then press enter to ensure your console is prepared. So let's go and open up this. We go 1 and enter. Not exist, import error created. Wait, please initialize title bit. Data manage Nintendo 3DS software reset, then return this. Wait, so what does it say? Sorry. I'm gonna have to go check about this. So yeah, I'm gonna go check what this means. Cloud database, import database, error 10 database malformed, missing. Title database by navigating to system settings, data management, software reset, then return this visual guide. Control clip. Okay, so it looks like we've got this, so let's go and close the program, and then we'll try it again after, of course, we go and do these exact steps. So now that this is removed, let's see what we gotta do. So we gotta first start up, and so yeah, I don't know exactly how this step would work if you actually don't download a game, so maybe do not do this step if you have, like, say, like a downloaded game. It could potentially mess them up. I don't know. Probably not, but better to be safe. So yeah, let's go, I guess, over onto the 3DS side of things. Okay, 3DS time. So, like the guide said, we go into system settings. I'm going to try to, like, you know, get a better view of this bottom screen for you guys. I'm so sorry, like, if it's a little bit shaky, I'm actually having to hold this. So we're going to go into data management. Nintendo 3DS software. Reset. But you can now re-download your software. Okay. But anyway, we're going to close it. And yeah, let me get back onto our scene 8. Okay, I was waiting for my 3DS to fully power off, and then I'm going to go grab our SD card, and I will put it back into the PC. We shall try to run the program again. So the other thing that I'm curious about, did it, like, what all did it actually go and delete from the SD card? I think it may have deleted everything. Let's hope that's not the case. Okay, back. And yeah, now let's go and boot up our files. Okay, now that we're into files, let's go into USB drive. Okay, it's still here, so let's go run this. Remember correctly, but we went 1, enter. Old 3DS, yep, 1, enter. And it is working. Wait, I think appears to be functional. Let's double check that that's what it wants us to say. Okay, if you get everything appears to be functional, please press enter, power on your console. Okay, so everything seems to be functional. So reinsert your, so it says if everything appears to be functional, please enter and close the MSET9 script. Okay, everything appears to be functional, so enter to close it. It says reinsert your SD card and power on your console. So let's go take our SD card out. And while I'm powering on my console and getting it ready so you guys can see it on the 3DS side, let's go and read the rest of this. Okay. In this section you are okay, so hover over the system settings icon using the D-pad. Do not select it yet. Power off and then power on your console. Hover over the system settings. Do not select it yet. Power off, then power on your system. Press A to launch system settings. Okay, so I'm gonna right now just quickly add a 3DS cam onto this right now, just to make it easier for you guys to understand what is actually going on here. So we're going to go add it. Oh, sorry. Let's go quickly onto the 3DS scene. Let's go and take the video capture device. Let's make sure it's aligned properly. And let's go deactivate it. Next up, we're going to go into here, activate. Okay, so now we've got ourselves the 3DS, as you can see it right here. Let's go make sure it's not covering up any important text, and let's continue to read through it. Hover over system settings. Power off your console, then press power off your console. Okay, so let's power it off. Power on your console, then press A to launch system settings. So let's go do that. Okay, and then it says we just have to launch A immediately to go into system settings. Dang, I'm nervous. Like I was like nervous my first time, of course, hacking a 3DS. After that, I wasn't nervous, but now I'm nervous because this is like a whole new method. My old one was so much simpler, no Python or any of that stuff required. Anyway, let's open it, and let's see what we gotta do. Navigate to data management and extra data. So let's see what this looks like here. Extra data, and there should be MeMaker. Do not press any buttons or the touchscreen. Ensure that you see the MeMaker icon. So data management. Okay, so data management. Nintendo 3DS. Extra data. MeMaker, okay. Do not press any buttons. Ensure you see the MeMaker. With the console still on, without pressing any buttons or touching the screen, remove the SD card. Okay. It normally says don't do that, but okay. With console still on, make sure you do not press any buttons, okay? We're going to remove our SD card. Remove your SD card. Then you will refresh and say, insert your SD card into your computer. Okay, so sorry if I'm lifting it up or anything, but I'm trying not to press any buttons. Okay, no SD card found, so that's the right thing to do. Console still on, and without pressing any buttons or touching the screen, remove SD card. Then you refresh, insert SD card into the computer. So let's go turn off the 3DS cam. Let's go enter our SD card in. Sorry if this takes a while. My computer's a little bit further away from the actual SD card. Right there we can see. Sorry, my monitors are further away from my computer. Okay. Insert your SD card, run that, of course. Type the number corresponding, then type 2. Okay. So let's go boot up this. let's go into USB drive. Let's run it. We're going to, of course, type in 1 for our 3DS. Then we're going to press 2, it says. 2. Okay, so it says it was done successfully. So let's see. Type 2. You should see press enter to close it. Okay, so then we've just got to press enter to close the script. Enter. Okay, reinsert your SD card into your console without pressing any buttons or touching the screen. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit difficult again, like, you know, like, without pressing buttons, but without touching the screen, I mean, like, geez, that's a little bit more difficult. Okay, so we're going to, let's see. So now we're just going to zoom it in a little bit. I know you guys can't see the text, but I want this so you guys can see exactly what happens on this step to make it easier to illustrate what happens. So next we've got to, of course, go like this. And yet again, I'm going to quickly remove it. I might lift it up a little bit so it may be a little bit difficult to see for a couple of seconds. But watch. And then it should flash some colors. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so next up we gotta type in this combo on the D-pad. So down, I'm at side, down, side, up, A. Okay. Okay. Press A to continue, and it should boot us into the Luma screen. Yep, this is the screen that we saw earlier. Okay, so now let's turn this down a little bit, and let's see what it tells us to do next. So, once completed, okay, so console should be booted into the Luma screen. It is. For the purpose of this guide, leave these options to the default settings. Console shuts down when you try to power it on. Ensure that you have copied boot.firm from the... What was I meant? When I meant to download something? Wait, if you're Okay. I'm going to have to quickly pause this guide for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I had ordered Domino's and I got in here. Let's go where we were. So, we had just booted Luma config. Menu settings. These options. Press save, press start to save it and then reboot. Okay, so as you guys can see, it's right here. Okay, in this section, you will remove the special fancy stuff. Evie, come here. Come here. Run. Power over console. Okay, so we have custom firmware, but anyway, let's program it. In this section, power. Run. Okay, so we got to take out our SD card again. So let's just go power this off, and I'm gonna go get the SD card out. We're gonna run, and I think for this time we're gonna be removing the fancy files from our SD card this time. So I think we're gonna be removing it, but I don't know. So let's go see. Did it detect that? Let's see how we doing on here. Okay, it did not detect that, so let me reinsert it. There we go. Second time's the charm. Anyway, let's go and boot it up. And let's go into USB drive. And look at that. So it says run this again. Okay, so we type 1 since that's what our 3DS looks like. And then remove MSET9. I'm assuming that that's what it wants us to do. So let's see. Type 3, enter remove. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do 3 to remove it. So let's go 3, enter. Okay. So let's see. I still see it. Okay. Okay. At this point, your console will boot into Luma 3DS by default. It does not look any different. On this next page, you will install useful homebrew applications to complete your setup. That's pretty nice. Okay, continue to finalizing step. Section is mandatory. How do we know it's removed? I can tell, like, you know, it's not actively. Let's go run it one more time. Let's just. Nothing to remove. Okay, so yes, it is removed. You can always do that just to double check it worked. Continue to finalizing step. We are almost done. File boot.firm is what launched the boot. After finishes, and in case we are using Luma 3DS by Luma Team, to patch the console, allowing it to run homebrew software. This page, we will make critical file backups and install these. This script will install the filing application. So yeah, all these we want. All these are really useful. Okay, I've been having a homebrewed one for not a full year now, but for a decent chunk of time. So yeah, we're going to go click on all these links and we're going to install them. First one is FBI. This is what you use to go and install .cia files, which are video games and other 3DS programs. And I don't think it's meant to be a play on words. Download. FBI. Let's double check what it says. But like, which variation of the file do we want? Okay, wait. Installs. But like, does it not tell me like which one? Okay, so I know for this one, we want for FBI, we're going to want to get both the 3DSX and FBI CIA files. For Homebrew Launcher Loader, launches the Homebrew Launcher. Let's see, what do we get for this one? And this one we also get a, where do we go to download it already? Sorry, this whole like new GitHub page is always confused me. Okay. Okay, wait, how does it Brew Launcher Loader? But then when we go on here, do you see where we install it? Oh no. Oh, right here, releases. So we of course want the CIA. And next up we're going to want Anemone. Now Anemone is what allows you to set custom themes. My favorite, and I mean absolute favorite. Okay, that's the one, but we want, of course, CIA because we want the apps to be on our home menu. Checkpoint. This lets us back up and restore save files on our 3DS. Yet again, another, in my personal opinion, essential. So we're going to download, of course, this one. We don't want to download the source code. Let's go and, after this, let's go and close off some of these tabs just to prevent it from getting kind of messy. So we just did checkpoint. Access your 3DS SD card wirelessly. What? Okay, I've never actually heard of this one. Okay, so I'm not going to do this one just because I've personally never heard of it. I don't know how to use it, so I don't want to make this guide confusing. So I'm going to skip past this one. If you know anything about it, you can look into it, but I don't know about that one. Universal Updater. Okay, another great one. Basically a homebrew app store. It's basically the homebrew app store for the 3DS. Let's view our releases. And yet again, we're going to go for the CIA. Next up, GM9. Another very useful thing. We're going to go and view our releases. We're going to go on to the most recent one, and it's a zip file. But yeah. Anyway, now that we've got all this crap downloaded, okay, what you need. Wait, is it copy? Okay, I guess we need these. Now for console, well, we've already got the SD card anyway inside of our thing, so let's see. To the root of your SD card. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna for now quickly close this down, and just to make it a little bit simpler for you, everybody watching this, we're gonna go like this, and it's gonna be split. So what does it say? Power for console inserted. Okay, copy finalize ROMs, or however you say it, ROM FS. We go into downloads, we find that, and we're just gonna scroll down. We're gonna copy it to the root, which is just the basic area. So now your SD card should look like this. You see how it's got, what was it called? Finalize, right here. It's right there, so we're good. Okay, open Luma folder on your SD card. Create a folder inside named payloads. So let's go new folder, and make sure you spell this one right. So payloads. Okay. Copy finalizer helper firm. So this one right here, we are going to quickly go on to our root. This is how, of course, I do it when I'm organizing it like this. We go Luma, you see payloads, we drag and drop it into payloads. Okay. Reinsert your SD card in your computer. It should look like this. So, just to double check, I think it should be fine if I were to go, delete all this stuff. So, let's just go and delete this. I don't see any reason why we'd still need it. And we're also going to delete errors. And I'm pretty sure these are instructions on how to use. Yeah, installing. So we're going to just go and delete errors, instructions, and those stuff, just to clean up the SD card a little bit. Because you see this, all we need is boot.3ds and finalize ROMs. Okay, so we can delete everything that it does not show in this image. So this one, sorry. Yeah, so we can delete boot 9 strap. We don't need it anymore. We can delete B9, because all we need is Luma, Nintendo 3DS, boot.3ds, boot.firm, and the finalized one. So let's just go and delete all this to clear up space on our SD card. Then if we open up Luma, we should be able to go into payloads, and yep, we do see this. Updating the system. Okay, so this next step, we are going to go and remove our SD. Okay. Next up, then, we're going to go full screen it. We're going to go like this. And now you guys can see my glorious webcam. So what does it say? The screenshot below indicates what I need. Up. Okay, so let's go and insert our SD card into our 3DS, and let's go right here. Let's go turn this guy on, and we should be good. Okay, so let's double check we can see this. Good enough. Okay, so basically, yeah. Okay, we can see it. So what we want to do is go to System Settings. Don't worry, this update will be safe. Then Other Settings, and we're going to then we are going all the way to the right and using System Update. So let's go into Other Settings. Then we gotta go all the way over to this side. System Update. It's gonna say like connect to the internet. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go here. Please plug into it, into an AC adapter, and it should say like connecting to the internet. Really hoping my internet's working. It's really glitchy on like these older systems, like my Wii U and 3DS's. Internet is just glitching all the time, and it glitched again. Okay. If it doesn't work again, I'm going to go and just quickly turn off this 3DS cam for you guys and type in my internet password. I'm going to have to re-add my internet probably. Yep. Okay, let me just turn off the 3DS cam and I'll get that set up for you guys. Okay. I'm right now just going into my internet settings. Connection settings. Oh, wait. I found out why it's not working. I legit do not have my internet enabled. Now, believe it or not, this 3DS has been through a lot of places. It was originally owned by a guy in Hawaii, so it's still got his internet registered. Then it got sold on eBay to one of my friends who did not want it anymore, so I bought it off of him for cheap because its battery had died and I replaced it. So yeah, 3DS has been to a lot of places. So yeah, that's why it just doesn't have my Wi-Fi set up. So let me just go type it in. Where's the stylus? I forgot how difficult these things are to without the stylus. Oh, it also is 3DS. Believe it or not, came with a stylus, but you cannot get that stylus out. Like, it is like permanently stuck. So just pull out my white stylus, and I'm just gonna go type this in real fast. I'm gonna try to get it done as fast as I can, so then we can continue on with this guide. Just gotta find the right symbols. Yep. Okay, now we're testing our connection. I'm really hoping this thing works. They're connected to the access point, but can it actually get the internet connection? That's the real question. Yep, connection was successful. So I'm just going to go get back into where we were earlier. Okay, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go turn this on for all you guys to see. And right here, you can now see select the settings you want to change. And we're going to go back into our system update. Now it should work. I have read and accepted the terms. Apparently, but yeah, let's just go get this updated. The system is up to date. Okay, let's see what it says about system is up to date. Update while using this update is safe if it says your system is up to date. So updating, start updating. This is normal if you are up to date. Continue to the next section. Okay, this section. Okay, wait, sorry. Sound firmware, which is necessary for homers. Sound properly. Okay, so let's go and return to... Oh wait, does this like turn it off or something? Or does it boot us into the home menu? That's what I need to know now. Like, what is happening with my 3DS. But anyway. Press left shoulder, D-pad, and select. So D-pad down, left shoulder, and select at the same time, which is what boots you into Rosalina menu. So watch. So we're gonna go left. I know you guys can see the camera thing. D-pad down, sorry. Then select this may. Okay, so you guys cannot see this, so try to set it up so you guys can see this. We have got ourselves this. Now anyway, I'm gonna quickly go close that. Okay, so that's what Rosalina menu looks like. Sorry that I can't show you guys it, but I don't have the right camera set up. But anyway, what it says we gotta do is okay. Select miscellaneous options. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm sorry, I wish I could show you guys this, but trust me, it's really easy to find. There'll be a thing that says miscellaneous options, and then it's going to say dump DSP firmware. Okay, then we'll work on the next step. Okay, so now that we have dumped the DPS stuff, then we want to go nullify user time offset. So we're going to do that. Press B to continue. Press B, and then we're going to exit Rosalina menu. Oh, that was easy. This section, you'll use a series of scripts to automate homebrew installation, SD card cleanup, and system file back. Hold your... Wait, sorry. Okay, so next up we got to power off our system. And while that powers off, let's read what we gotta do. Power it off, we've got to hold down start and power. If you boot into us, you held select and so start. If you boot into the home menu, your payloads folder may be spelled incorrectly. Okay, so it's telling me, look, you do to navigate to finalize helper. Okay, so we are going to go and enlarge this a little bit more. just so you guys can properly see it. So let's go and hold down start, and then we're going to go power it on. Okay, wait. So we see that it's copying SD files. Okay, so wait, what should it do? If you boot in, if Helper was successful, your console will boot into GM9. Right there, you can see God Mode 9. From this point, you can access. Okay, you want to create a say. Press home. If you're prompted to fix that, press home to bring up the action menu. Okay, so home. Oh wait, essential files. Let's go and create those. Okay, so next up we should press home. Select scripts. And select finalize. Checking for problems, asking permission, installing Homebrew. Okay, then we just gotta go type in a button combo. Okay. Once it says setup complete, press A to power off your device. So let's go wait. So yeah, it's going through installing a bunch of stuff. I know you guys can't really see it, but trust me, it is installing it. Then yeah. I guess this 3DS, I guess, will just be our, you know, making Homebrew 3DS content on. Because that's, well, this one should be easier because, you know, I just homebrewed it. I can show you guys everything I do with it. So yeah, while we wait for this, it's got an estimated 5 minutes. Jeez. It's complete, press A. Okay, so I'm going to stop recording and I'll be right back once that's working. Okay, now that it says setup complete, we are going to quickly zoom this down just so we can see what it says. Okay. So press A to power off your device. Okay, so then our device should power off. Let me tell you once it's powered off. Okay, it is powered off. We're going to go close this and I'm going to go turn off the cam. Okay, next up, once it says setup complete, we're going to turn it off and we're going to go and insert our SD card into our computer. Okay, now that I've gone taken out, let's just go put it in my PC. Okay. USB drive is inserted. Okay, so this one we're going to go copy the GM9 backups to a folder, to a safe location on your computer. So yeah, let's go find GM9/backups. So let's go minimize this and go into your home screen. Go like this. Go like this. Go into, your USB drive, and this we're going to keep with nothing on it, okay? So yeah, let's just go on to here. Oh yeah, sorry if my wallpaper moves a little bit, it's a 3D wallpaper. Anyway, let's go on to GM9. We're going to find backups. So we're going to place this, and we're going to call it something that you can remember, like, so this is, of course, if your system gets bricked, you can use it to recover. So 3DS recovery. It's probably spelled wrong. So there's 3DS safe backup. Okay, so now that I've got that file, that folder created, let's go drag it down and just try to keep it organized. Next up, we're going to go to backups and we're going to copy. Make sure it says copy. So you see how it says copy? It's going to say copying 4 items from 9. So yeah, now we just gotta wait for it to back up. Wait, if anybody wants actually, like, the wallpapers right here, like this, like more like dynamic kind of like 3D rain effect, if you guys want, I can put a tutorial in should be like the link in the video or anything if you guys wanted me to tell you guys how to do this. But anyway, now let's set up. Let's go and zoom in back onto here. If you still haven't deleted the two, still have, okay. Okay, so next up we gotta delete the sysnand and nand backup files from our SD card. So sysnand, what does it say about them? And nand backup files. Okay, so it says that we can delete these from our SD card. Don't worry, they're always backed up too, just in case. You're done. Custom firmware is now fully. Okay. Okay, that's it. Custom firmware should be installed onto our device. Let me go get the SD card and we should see how well it works. Now that, let's go enter it into our 3DS. And let's go and turn on our camera. Let's go get this guy pretty far zoomed in, since we want to actually, be able to really see how this custom firmware works. Okay, we're in. Appointment eShop news. Okay, we don't care. New software has been added to the home menu. Look at this. Presents to wrap. Wait, what does it say? FBI. Checkpoint. Anemone. I don't know what this one is. It must be part of the new method. Homebrew launcher by many people. Okay, anyway, just listen to this. I could honestly just sit there for a decent chunk of time listening to that theme. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you found this helpful. And make sure to stay tuned. I am going to look into, of course, more tutorials, like some Wii U tutorials and some more 3DS tutorials, so stay tuned. Next tutorial I do will probably end up being a how to make your own 3DS themes. So stay tuned for that. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Noivern out. Okay, this was technically not the end, but just a quick disclaimer, I'm not responsible for if anyone breaks their systems or anything. If your system does get bricked, there must have been a miscommunication in following a step. Also, this video would not be possible without the website I was showing you guys, 3ds.hack, so make sure to go check them out, because if it weren't for their research and stuff and how 3DS hacking works, no, I would not have been able to hack my guides or help with this video. So go check them out in the link in the description, and I'll actually see you guys the next time.